Hi everyone, it's Sigga here, and I'm thrilled to be with you here today. I have a little card to share with you today, and I'm using a stencil, Bold Stripes by Scrapbook.com, along with several links and old new stamps. First of all, I just sprayed the back of my stencil with pixie dust spray adhesive, which basically keeps the stencil in place, while I use these ever so lovely brushes to spread this lusciously yellow oxide ink all over the background. Now I'm trying to get the stripes to be bright-ish, and I'm not so much focusing on getting them evenly colored, but just wanting to have lovely bright stripes. Not too bright, but I will be making them even brighter when I add a glitter paste by Nuvo to get the background to go really sparkly and nice. Now here I'm using that paste, and I have a small spatula so I can get the stuff out of the jar, and I'm spreading it all over, and then I'll be using a large scraper to help me spread it more evenly across the background. And since this is oxide ink, it will kind of I guess grab the color when it gets in touch with the paste, because it's water based. So I won't be putting it back in the jar, but you could of course keep it if you have an extra jar, or just discard it really. Now I'm using the stamps from Holtz, and these stamps are a Build a Flower stamp called Crocus, and I'm using the orange palette of Scrapbook.com inks to ink these little pretties up. I was going for a yellow tone for my card, and I want it to be like in between summer and fall, so it's not too bright but it's not too fallish either, kind of an in-between. So there are two different kinds of flowers in the stamp set, and I'm using both, and I'm just trying to stamp several flowers at once just to make it go a wee bit quicker. And I'm using, since the color combo in these inks are 4 different kinds, I'm using 3 and 3, the lightest 2 and then the next 2 ones up, and then the other one is skipping the lightest color, so I get a bit of a color variation really. And here I'm just cutting down my background so this is slightly smaller than the regular card front or the card base. And since this is quite a let's say heavy background really, I wanted to add a bit of texture, so I'm using a foam tape. This is the 1-inch width one, just to give it a bit more dimension, because I do like adding dimensions to my cards, especially the ones that are quite clean and simple, don't have too much going on, even those that have a lot going on. But yes, I do like this dimension on cards. And now all I have to do is add it to the card front, and this is just a regular A2 size card. And I'm just peeling off the backing and then sticking it to the front, and it's all set. Now when I do like kind of flower arrangements on cards, I love to have something to frame them, I guess, so I use this little doily to do that. And here I made a little bit mistake, put the adhesive on the wrong side, but that's just fine. I'll just cut it a bit smaller and nobody will know. Then I'm just sticking that to the background and putting that on the side where I'll be putting the flowers on. It just helps me, I guess, balance it out and just having a ground or so to work from. So now I need to figure out where I want those flowers to be, and to be honest, that can take quite a while to figure out. But I know I wanted the larger ones to be in front, so I knew I had to stick the one with the black center down with adhesive and have it in the middle-ish kind of a way. And when that flower is done, I just decided to snip the end away just to make sure that it wouldn't be showing through. And the ones that I want to be in front, I decided to use adhesive squares to back them so they have more dimension and I guess weight to them. And I'm just figuring out where to put those and putting them down. And then all I do is figure out where I want the leaves. These leaves are quite long, and since I have already stuck the flowers to the card front, I need just to cut them apart so they look like they are floating behind the main flower arrangement, really. And now, like I say, I mean, these are quite long, so it takes a minute or two to figure out where you want these to be. And I like adding foam tape to add dimension and basically keep the whole image as a set piece, or so to speak. And it is a great way to use these leaves to fill in some of these empty spots here and there. And that is also what I will be doing with the title, or the sentiment really. I'll be using that to hide those little blind spots here and there as well. And now that the leaves are done, I need to figure out what sentiment I want to have on the front of my card. And I have these two ones from the Cards for Kindness stamp set, the hello and then happy birthday. I wasn't sure which one I wanted, if I wanted a short one or a longer one. Now I sampled these twice with black ink just to make sure that it was really solid black, and I'm just cutting these down because I want to cut the happy birthday into a strip. So I started by cutting that, and then I am gonna be cutting the hello out using my EK Success Detail scissors. And like I said, I wasn't sure which one I wanted to use. I tried to place the happy birthday one, see how that looked. It just felt a bit too much for this card. But even though I didn't use that, I have a sentiment strip ready for another card, so a win-win. And like I said, I just cut the hello out using my scissors, and then I added those tiny little foam adhesive squares to the back and placed that on top of the flower arrangement. And that hides those little bits of the ends of the flowers, so it looks like a complete set really. And I can never stop when there is glitter or anything pearlyish or shiny, so I decided to add a few droplets of Nuvo Tonic Dream Drops, and I believe this is the lemon twist. And all the links are down below, so you're able to find these in the shop. And these just add a touch of shine, and of course add just a little bit of interest to the whole card. And I really like how these turned out. I had a lot of fun making this card, so I hope you enjoy this. And I would love to see your card that you make inspired by my card, or just anything that you make for today's World Card Making Day. I would love to, so if you do make one, please make sure to share on social media so I can find you. So thanks so much for watching. Until next time.